Thank you for tuning into the only station giving you double the information and inspiration. WDRB Media and WGIV, the soul of Charlotte. You're now listening to Live Your Dream, and I am your host, Mike the Motivator. What's up, guys? This is your boy, Mike the Motivator. You are tuned into Live Your Dream, guys. If you are looking for a place to be motivated on this Monday afternoon, you are at the right place at the right time. And, guys, before we get started, you can search for me and get any information that you need to know about me, guys, on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, or YouTube, guys. Just search for Michael Askew II. That's right, Michael Askew II. All right, guys, so today we're going to be talking about a topic that's very, very interesting. The name of the topic is, or the name of the show is, The Power of No. The Power of No. Now, when you think of the word no, a few things come to mind. First of all, when somebody say no to you, oftentimes it kind of creates certain emotions within you, right? So it's two different ways you can look at it. The first way you can look at it, or that we're going to talk about, is that when somebody say no to you, oftentimes it makes you dig deeper, right? It makes you go longer. It makes you try harder. So if somebody tell you can't do something, oftentimes you're like, nah, who are you to tell me that I can't do something? So that's the first way to look at it. The second way to look at it, guys, is if you say yes to everybody and everything, then you are saying no to something else. Think about that for a second. Every time you say yes to, I do this favor, yes to, I do this, you are saying no to something that you should have completed maybe a few months ago, right? You are saying no to, I need to be working out, or I need to be studying, or I need to be spending family time with my family. So every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something. So there are two different ways that you can look at the word no. But this show is to let you know that you have power in the word no, and we're going to try to figure it out to find out how we can maximize our potential by using the word no more often. Before we continue to talk about how we could use the power of no to maximize our potential, let's introduce the first sponsor to the show.
Askew Property Solutions is Charlotte's leading real estate company, here to serve you with integrity and excellence. Specializing in assisting families who are facing financial hardship, distressed housing situations, acquired estates, divorce, and more, at Askew Property Solutions, their goal is to help families transform their lives by creating viable solutions that is a win for you. Sell your home with trustworthy professionals who will help close within 7 to 10 days and put cash in your hands so that you can continue living life without missing a beat. Contact Askew Property Solutions today at 980-229-4886, 980-229-4886, or visit their website at www.sellhouseforcashnow.com, www.sellhouseforcashnow.com, so that you can continue living with a peace of mind with Askew Property Solutions.
Welcome back. Shout out to Askew Property Solutions for helping so many people in the Charlotte and surrounding areas to actually go in and purchase their home if they're going through a pre-foreclosure situation, or maybe they're just going through some type of financial distress. All right, guys, so we talked about the power of no, and there's two different ways that you can look at it. Damian John, the first way that you can look at the power of no is when somebody said no to you, and all of a sudden it forces you to get creative, right? It forces you to dig deeper. Damian John, the guy who created FUBU, he came up with a book that's called The Power of Broke. The Power of Broke. Now, the reason why I really, really like that book, because he talked about how oftentimes when you don't have a lot of money to do something, or you don't have a lot of resources, or you don't feel like you have the connections, it forces you to get creative, right? Like he talked about when he was first started in FUBU, he didn't have a lot of money. He didn't know a lot of people. Well, he knew a lot of people because that's how he really got on. But he didn't have a lot of money to actually put it towards marketing. So what he would do was he would see buildings in New York, and when he would see a building in New York that was just sitting there, he would get somebody to spray paint FUBU up there. And so what that did was it forced people to drive by. They're like, FUBU, what's that? So people began to drive by, and before you know it, every time he turned around, he was putting another FUBU sign on the building. The second thing he did was he actually knew somebody that was in the industry. He knew LL Cool J. So he said, look, LL Cool J, I only have one jersey. Listen, wear this jersey in your video, and when you wear it, I need you to give it back because I don't have any more. I don't have a lot of jerseys just to be given away, so just wear it in your video. And what happened? He let LL Cool J wear it in his video, and then he blew up. So when it seemed like he couldn't move forward, when it seemed like people were saying no when he was trying to do things, he said, listen, I'm just gonna get. Think about the last time somebody said no, or you faced some type of rejection, and then it made you get creative and to figure something out. Think about that. It happens so many times in our life when plan A doesn't work out and we got to go to plan B and plan C, and we still figure something out. It happens every day. If you're from the country or somebody who's trying to be frugal, here's an example that I know a lot of people can relate to. Toothpaste. Whenever you're about to run out of toothpaste and it gets to the very, very end of it, like you got to squeeze before it come out, some people just throw it away and go buy some more. Right? Some people do that. Some people say, nah, I want to get every little ounce of toothpaste that's in here. Some people cut open the toothpaste so they can get it. Some people, you can even buy a device where you can put it on the bottom of the toothpaste and roll it up until all the toothpaste come up. Listen, when some people hear the word no, when some people feel like there's some type of rejection, when some people feel like they can't go no further, they quit. But when some people hear the word no, they dig deeper, they get creative, they find out, how can I maximize my potential with everything I got right now? Grant Cardone, there's a guy, there's a author, a guy who I've been studying lately, and his name is Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone is worth over probably about $350 million. He got his hands in marketing and a lot of things, but he's really doing it big in real estate. And something that I noticed about Grant Cardone and a lot of wealthy people is that they buy a lot of real estate, but they don't use their own money. They use a word that's called, or acronym that's called OTP. They use other people's money, right? So I'm thinking like he bought millions of dollars of real estate, and now he's worth $350 million, and he didn't even use his money. Guys, listen, the power of no. When you feel like you don't have any other way of doing something, it forces you to say it. When you throw money at stuff, you don't even think about how creative you can be to make something happen. All right, guys, so the second way of using the power of no to maximize your potential and to help you to live your dream is to understand that every time you say yes to something or to somebody, you're saying no to something and somebody, right? So every time you say yes to, I'm gonna go and hang out with my friend, you're saying no, no, I would not spend as much time with my family, right? Every time you say yes, I'm gonna spend my time chilling and having fun, you're saying no, I'm gonna spend more time over here to accomplish my goals or dreams or whatever that is. So something that I understand now, guys, and it came from, again, just studying the greats and doing a lot of reading, is that part of focusing, part of really tuning in and focusing is saying no. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way, because here, when I first moved to the Charlotte area, there was so many opportunities over here, and I found myself saying yes to everything and everybody. So slowly I began to forget about my goals, my initial goals of what I wanted to do, and I began to just say yes to every opportunity I came across. Here's a quick clip of Steve Jobs talking about the power of no and how focusing is knowing how to say no.
Apple suffered for several years from lousy engineering management. I have to say it. And there were people that were going off in 18 different directions, doing arguably interesting things in each one of them. Good engineers, lousy management. And what happened was, you look at the farm that's been created with all these different animals going in different directions, and it doesn't add up. The total is less than the sum of the parts. And so we had to decide, what are the fundamental directions we're going in, and what makes sense and what doesn't. And there were a bunch of things that didn't. And microcosmically, they might have made sense. Macrocosmically, they made no sense. And, you know, the hardest thing is, when you think about focusing, right, you think, well, focusing is saying yes. No. Focusing is about saying no. Focusing is about saying no. And you've got to say no, no, no. And when you say no, you piss off people. And they go talk to the San Jose Mercury, and they write a shitty article about you. You know? And it's really a pisser. Because you want to be nice. You don't want to tell the San Jose Mercury, the person that's telling you this, you know, just was asked to leave or this or that or this or that. So you take the lumps. And Apple's been taking their share of lumps for the last 6 months in a very unfair way. And it's been taking them, you know, like an adult. And I'm proud of that. And there's more to come, I'm sure. There's more to come. I mean, some of these, I read these articles about some of these people that have left. I know some of these people. They haven't done anything in 7 years. And, you know, they leave and it's like, you know, it's like the company's going to fall apart the next day. And so, you know, I think there'll be stories like that that come and go. But focus is about saying no. And the result of that focus is going to be some really great products where the total is much greater than the sum of the parts.
That was a powerful clip from Steve Jobs talking about focusing is knowing how to say no. Before we get a little bit deeper into that, guys, let's introduce our second sponsor to the show.
Do you have or know a teen who is struggling academically or is in the process of transitioning into college or their career? Challenge and Transform Motivational Company partners with young adults in middle and in high schools to shift and stretch their mind and talents to achieve total transformation and acceleration. Challenge and Transform is your local resource for strategically preparing young adults to succeed in education, corporations, and in life. For more information on their programs or public speaking inquiries, please call 980-229-4886. Once again, that's 980-229-4886.
All right, guys, so you're just tuning in. You're listening to Live Your Dream, and I'm your host, Mike the Motivator. All right, guys, so before we close the show, I just want to encourage you to be careful what you say yes to. Because whenever you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Whenever you say yes to, I'm going to sit here and not really go after my dreams now, later on, you're saying no to happiness. You're saying no to freedom. You're saying no to being financially wealthy. So be careful about that, guys. You can even think about when you was in college or when you was in high school. Whenever you said yes to going hanging out with your friends or saying yes to just sitting around chilling watching TV, you were saying no to getting a better GPA. When you say yes to taking an easy way out, you're saying no to maximizing your potential of being the best person you could be. And guys, most importantly, when you say yes to everybody, oftentimes you get the short end of the stick, right? You're saying no to a lot of things that you need to be doing in your life when you say yes to everybody. It's not about being selfish. It's about finding that balance. It's about understanding that when you're focused and when you really want to do something in life, you have to understand you have to manage your yeses. You have to manage your no's, guys. All right, guys, so this is your boy, Mike the Motivator, guys. I want to thank you once again for tuning in. Continue to tune in every Monday at 2 p.m. I'm your host, Mike the Motivator, and you've been listening to Live Your Dream. And guys, remember, the people who you appreciated and celebrated on television, the people who you read about and studied in your history books, they're simply ordinary people who had extraordinary dreams. Live your dream, guys. Live your dream.